Today I'm going to teach you how to write a summary. Summary is just the main points of a story. This is a fiction summary, by the way, okay? So there's a main character in your book, and that's usually how you know it's fiction. So how do you write a summary about this character's journey? You're gonna leave in just the main points, just the biggest things. You gotta cut to the chase. What are the biggest things that happened in the story? Leave out all the extra details. You can talk about those later. And you're probably only gonna have a few sentences. Sort of the gist of who, what, when, where, why, but I'm gonna explain that in a little bit more detail. So first you have to know who is the main character in your story. Junie B. Jones. My story is Harry the Dirty Dog. Who's your main character? Then you have to think about, what do they want? In every story, a character wants something. That's probably the whole reason why the book was written. What does your character want? We know Harry does not want to take a bath, and he'll do anything to avoid taking a bath. So what does Harry do? He runs away. He runs all over town, getting dirty as can be, and he's having a great time. But then he has a problem. He thinks that maybe his family might think that he really ran away. So he runs home and he tries to figure out how to convince his family that it's him, Harry. But it doesn't seem to be working. All of his tricks. Nothing works. So remember, stories usually have a turning point where things start to look up for the main character. For Harry, he remembered that he buried the brush and he knew that that would work. That would convince his family that it was him. So he digs up the brush and he runs up to the bathtub, and they just can't help but notice. The resolution usually comes shortly after the climax. In this case, Harry got cleaned, his family was so happy he was home, and he got to take a wonderful nap. You might be saying, Miss Jackson, you told me to stick just with the main points, but that's not what you just did. So you're right. I added a little bit more as I was talking through the story. Sometimes it helps me to work through it that way and retell the story. But when I actually go to write my summary, I'm going to be really concise. And I'm going to use those sentence starters to help me. Somebody wanted, but, so, then, finally. Okay, I'm going to show you how you can use those words to write a concise summary. Just a couple sentences will do. Harry did not want to take a bath. He hid the brush and ran away and got really dirty. But he was worried that his family thought he really ran away. So he ran home and did every trick in the book so they would recognize him. Then he remembered the buried brush, dug it up, and ran to the bath. Finally, his family recognized him. So just remember, somebody wanted, but there was a problem, so they took some steps, then finally. Hope that helps.